Welcome to week 34 of my Trading for a Living challenge, where the goal is to make over $1,000 every single week, trading $125,000 in a margin account. So in this video, we're going to go through all the trades that I did for week 34. We'll go through all the income, how long it took me, all that kind of good stuff. And all I ask for is that you smash that subscribe button and don't forget to tap that bell notification, because I do weekly videos regarding this challenge. So you'll see here that I made $1,500. I'm just going to check, actually, is that the highest I've ever made? It looks like, no, it's not. I made 2.8K in week 28, but it's the second highest amount that I have made in 34 weeks in a single week. Now, the reason for that is I did a lot of adjustments to my current positions, again, which we'll go through in this video, and we'll check out the charts, as well as I put on some new trades with the volatility with the banking sector, and I might have put on a couple of banking option trades as well. So make sure you stick around to look at that. So if we have a look at month 9 for the first 2 weeks, the total is just over 2,000, and we have a look at how much I've brought in. I'm actually up on this 2,222, which is probably the most I've been up since in our 2-week consecutive nature, which is good. And so we can see we've done triple twos, or quadruple twos rather, for the monthly total. So the minimum is $2,500 every single month, which I've managed to do. And again, it took me about half an hour to place these trades. And you can see here, we're now back up at 11% behind, $31,000 made on this challenge. And again, 22 hours total I've spent actually physically putting trades on, researching charts, all that kind of good stuff. So less than a day really to make 31 grand, which is would make a good video title as well, which I might actually do that for a future video. So let's get into, actually, before we get onto the trade, let's have a look at our buying power situation. So as I mentioned, 125,000 on a margin account at double the margin. So we're currently trading with 95,000 or 96,000, which is 38% of the total available balance I have to trade. Again, I like to trade no more than 50%. That 50% would be too high, because again, I have trades that are going against me, which I do need that capital in case to roll those positions up, so then I can get out of those positions eventually. So if we have a look at the trades, and again, I always put the screenshots in so you can pause the video and have a look to see what I've done, but I'll go through it in this spreadsheet and or the charts as well, so you can see what's going on. We have a look just for week 34, what we've done. All I did for tests is adjust one of my calls, and I rolled one of my calls down from 240 to 230, again keeping the same expiration. And as you guys know, I like to look at the monthly expiration cycles now, and then adjust my positions within the same cycle, and then roll my positions out during the around the 21 days mark. So we do have this inverted strangle here, which has come in slightly from when I did sell this at the 125, 165, and I do have another short call for 2 contracts at 215. So if we have a look where Tesla is, again, shooting this in week 35. So Tesla's around the 183 mark. We can see here I've got my 300 shares chilling there at 282.50, and I've got this short inverted strangle that I have here, the 125 call, 165 put. 165 put nearly got tested, and it get to the low. The low was 163, so even my put was in the money. But I want Tesla to come down, because it's this call here that is my problem child at the moment that I need to fix ASAP. And there you can have my 2 call positions, the 215 that we talked about at the 14th of April. And again, that was a mistake. It should have been April 21st. And this confirmation of my 240 roll down to 230 call as well to pick up some additional premium. So that's what I did for Tesla. So we have a look here. I netted $75 with that trade. Meta, what I did here, again, another adjustment, rolling my up by $10. Meta just doesn't seem to want to go down. This is my problem. We made recent new highs again, up 1.12%. Again, it went as high as 205.75. So it's now, the only good thing is here we've got this higher high and we got higher lows. It went back to its pivot and then bounced off the pivot and went this way. We've again got 2 daily missed pivots here. I need it to go down. We're getting to the 21 days mark, and this 110 call is very deep in the money. It could potentially get earlier signed here if I don't do anything very quickly. I was loving it when this was happening, and then I was filling in this gap over here, but we got some problems here with Meta. I'm not going to lie to you. All I did again was roll up from 155 to 160, collected a bit more premium. Again, if a put goes closer to the current price, the more premium you're going to get. And let's have a look here at how much I got for this trade. Made $110 from making that roll, because I will pick up a debit for this position here when I look to roll this one out. So again, I am going to take a hit in the month 9, because this is going to cost me money unless I open new trades to cover it. But this is the problem I have, and you'll see that in when I did it here in I think it was this week. I think it was actually this week here where I made the roll. I wasn't able to make that much because of the cost of rolling out that option there. So that is Meta. AMC, I let AMC close, so I banked the full $650 from that. Just let those expire worthless. I have no active new positions in AMC. I don't plan to unless volatility picks up. Coin seems to be one of my favorite stocks to trade at the moment. Some great volatility. And all I did was, as coin started to rise, I bought back the 30 and rolled it up to the 35. And again, I'm 8 contracts here, so that gave me a nice $376. So if we have a quick look at where coin is currently operating at, you can see here. Again, I forgot I do have 3 contracts at the 110 and at the 100, and you can see here. Again, it's starting to edge closer, so the cost of these calls has started to increase, which is fine. Again, I've offset that by this 8 contract short that I pulled up here. And again, did we hit this pivot? I think we probably hit this pivot. We got another missed pivot here. I'm comfortable all the way to the 45 mark with this particular position, and I'll roll up if it continues to edge closer to these positions. But those are the only adjustments that I made from the 30 to the 35. For that particular option. Google, I didn't do anything new. Google has been on a tear the last week or so. Look at that, it's ridiculous. Low of 80, what was that? 80, it was low 89.94 to a high of 103. So it has to pull back eventually. We're seeing now that we are at this overbought level, so I'm expecting to see some sort of pullback at least to here over the next couple of days. But we do have the Fed interest rate announcement tomorrow as well. So if we have now a look at this, now let's look at the new trades. So the first one is SCHW, so Charles Schwab's. You can see here the volatility of this was immense on this. So I sold the 37.50 put here. We seem to be ranging inside this kind of area over here, which I'm quite comfortable with. We did 2 contracts and we picked up $440 for this actual position. And again, it's only costing me $954 in buying power. So that is just insane for this particular trade. The next one again is JP Morgan as well. JP Morgan does have earnings coming up shortly, I believe, or some point in April, and I'll look to roll that position from there. Again, we sold the 110 put, and you can see it's massively gone down. Again, we've got, I think it hit both pivots, I think. Yeah, it's both of its daily pivots. Again, you can see you guys need to start having daily pivots on your chart. These are pinpoint pivots that we're seeing over here. And JP Morgan's a beast, right? Let's be honest. I can't see it getting to the 110. I think it was a 94% probability of profit. And again, I spent $1,300 and made $145 in terms of premium as part of this trade. So again, I can't really complain. And then the last one, I did an IWM strangle. So volatility picked up in the IWM, which is a Russell 2000 ETF. So we sold the 162 put and we sold the 188 call. Fairly comfortable with this. Again, it's up pre-market again by another $3 here. And you can see here that we made $401 for selling one contract. So very busy week, but again, very easy to maintain if you know what you're doing. So again, make sure you subscribe and like. I do tutorial videos on the channel as well. Again, picked up a nice $1,500. We're on target for month 9, but because of my Meta and Tesla deep in the money calls, which I'll need to roll up, that's going to cost me money. So I will have to give back some of this or sell some more to at least to break even. So for me to maintain this level, very unlikely. But again, if I can get an extra 1,000 out in the next 2 weeks, I'll be very happy with that. So I hope you like this video. Check out the other videos on the screen now, and I should see you guys in the next one.